Well. Also, I'm going to lower the volume. Welcome back, my darling Diamonds in the Rough. I am your favorite talking stone, and today we are back with some more of the dolls, some more of the Wordle, some more of the... Really just the Wordle. That's the only doll we have. Everything else is just a puzzle. Oh, audio works. Audio is working. That's lovely. Should I check BGM? I did lower it a bit. Let me raise it back up to there. That should be a safe level. Right. I think without further ado... Is this centered? It looks centered enough to me. Without further ado, let us begin. And as always, our favorite starting... Should I not be on this? Should I give it a minute to load? Okay, no, it did load. Perfect. As always, our favorite starting word is jazzy. And I had a jazzy old time this weekend. I don't even know how I'm going to structure this. Probably talk about each of the 4 days as they go by. But first, let's see what we can do with this. Oh, we have an L. Lovely. Climb. Do we climb? Oh, it's seal cliff? Like a cliffhanger. Maybe, perhaps. Nope. Click. Like a mouse. There we go. Click. Lovely. That was pretty good. And I do apologize. My throat is pretty hoarse right now. It's not doing the most wonderful. I'll be completely honest. Right. I think next we'll do the Scrandle. And then I will talk about Thursday. And then maybe Friday. But the Scrandle's up, so let us begin. And, oh, I always forget to resize this. That should be good. And that should be lovely. Perfect. Perfect. Right. Let us begin with the bonus round. Monster Taco. That's a big taco versus salt and pepper chips. Those fries look really good. The taco. I'm more of a soft shell guy. I had a lot of soft shell tacos over the weekend. Soft shell corn tacos. Oh my, they were delicious. But we're going to go with the fries. Those look good. Those look really good. And now we'll begin the actual rounds. Bacon cheeseburger versus ham and cheese baguette. And I'm just going to talk about this. I'm American. This is more of a English bacon, I'll say. I like bacon that's a bit more crispy on the side. Not the side, a bit more crispy. Actually, I'm not even that big of a fan of bacon anymore. I used to be, but I kind of weaned myself off it. Now I'm just not. The last time I had bacon was actually probably 5 months ago, I'd say. And the reason why I had bacon isn't because I wanted bacon. Though I did want bacon a little bit, but that wasn't the reason I put the bacon on. No, the reason I put on the bacon was so I would have bacon fat. And you might be asking, Stone, why do you want bacon fat? That's weird. It is weird. And I did something weird with it. I fried fries in it. I fried fries in bacon fat. And for one reason, I just wanted to try it. I wanted to try rendering my own lard. Which I technically did. It wasn't properly rendered, but I technically did render my own lard. I fried fries, very smoky. Bacon fat is not the cleanest in the air. It does not have the highest smoke point. It will smoke everywhere. But the fries did end up tasting good. A little bit of a bacon taste, which not my favorite, surprisingly. But yeah, that was the last time I had bacon. Oh my, I put an entire package of bacon on to get that much bacon fat. It was pretty good. It's been a while since I think that was the last time I made fries as well. Oh my. Long story short, that was the last time bacon. I'm not that big of a bacon fan anymore. I still enjoy it, but I do prefer the American bacon. Maybe it's more homely, but the crispier bacon instead of like the one that's more like ham. And here we have a ham and cheese baguette. Looks like there's ham and cheese on a baguette. I think we'll go with the bacon cheeseburger. Really? It's just because of the word baguette, isn't it? It does not look like an appetizing picture. Right. We'll continue. Steak and chips versus pie, mashed peas and gravy. I'm sorry, steak pie and mash and gravy. You probably taste amazing, but you never get the love you deserve. Steak and chips, I will be honest, not my favorite sauce coating on the steak. But it still looks good. I'm still going to vote for it. And we get 51%. Not bad. Hot dog and cheesy chips. Wow, I like that bun. It's more of a bread-y bun, if that makes sense. It's more like a hero roll instead of a traditional hot dog bun. But it looks nice. And the cheesy chips also look nice. The fries look good. But in this box, we have wings and chips. And the chips look nice. And the wings, oh my. Those actually look really good. I'm not a big wing guy, but I will go for this. Okay, maybe the fans, the people are a big wing guy. 83%, that's lovely. Right, now in this one we have a smashed chorizo burger versus poutine. Oh my, I think I'm going to go with the burger. I think I'm not, Poutine, to me, it does taste amazing, probably. I say probably because I've never tried it. But to me, it's a bit scary looking because you have all that sauce, all that liquid, all that flavor. And it scares me. I'm afraid of poutine. Though if it was in front of me, and if I could smell it, I wouldn't be afraid. But I just see the picture. And in the picture, there's just so much going on. An overwhelming assortment of flavors that objectively will taste good. Everyone who's had poutine loves poutine, but it's too scary for me right now. I have to go with a safe option. I have to go with the burger. 64%, not bad. Right, now we have katsu chicken versus classic poutine. This poutine doesn't look that scary. It just looks like fries with some stuff on it, which isn't scary at all. But the katsu chicken, oh my, with fries, it looks good. I love chicken. I'm a sucker for fried chicken. I love fried chicken. And then the green onions on top. I actually do like some green onion. Well, is it green onion or is it... I believe it's green onion. I forget exactly what it's called, but I am a fan of it as a garnish. I think it looks good. It makes me feel healthier. It's probably not. It's probably marginal health at best, but oh my. The way it's presented is immaculate. I love chicken. I love fries. I love fried food at stadiums. We're going to go with the katsu chicken. 71%. Lovely. Oh my. Okay, good. Sausage with a black pudding roll. Why I said oh my was I thought this was a hamburger. I thought it was a really, really burnt hamburger. It's not. It's just a black pudding roll. And sausage underneath it. But the black pudding roll, which is supposed to be that color, it's not burnt. It's intentional. But on the right, we have a gyro and toasted ravioli, which looks amazing. I'm not a big ravioli person. I'll be completely honest. But the ravioli looks good. Gyros, on the other hand, I'm a big gyro person. And I think this one looks immaculate. I'm sorry to the black pudding roll, but the gyro, oh my, it looks great. Even the ravioli looks great. I have to choose it. Wow, people do not like the blood patty, whatever it's called. People, 12%, wow. Anyways, we'll continue. Mitrelette, chips and fried meat with sauce andalaise on a baguette. That does sound amazing versus zesty lemon pepper chicken strips with seasoned fries. This looks like nachos with chicken on it. I don't see the fries. Ooh. This is pretty tough because it's hard to see stuff going on here underneath the cheese, the melted cheese. But on the left, on the mitraillette, we don't see the meat. We just see the fries and the baguette. And typically I'm a sucker for chicken strips or chicken of any sort, but I think I might go the mitraillette. I'm lost, but I don't care. It was worth going for it. Anyways, we'll continue. The Boro burger. Double patty, cheese, bacon, and onion. I don't know why. It just looks sad. I think it's the color. The bun looks really gray. It doesn't look like it has color. That's not a bad thing, but it just looks sad. Versus cheeseburger with french fries. Man, I am a sucker for fries with this hue. It's not a perfect golden. It's a little bit brown. But I feel like that makes it extra crunchy. Oh my, when fries are this color, that is the most appetizing to me. When they look like this, in terms of color. In terms of other appearances, I prefer them to be a bit thicker, the fries. And maybe Parmesan cheese? I don't know. Maybe some sort of garnish. But these fries look amazing. The burger looks more colorful. I'm going to choose it. 76%. It's all about presentation plays such a big role. If you present something well, you want to eat it. For instance, this rainbow cheesecake slice looks good. However, this mixed grill looks even better. Oh my, grilled food at a stadium. It's not as staple as fried food is, but no, actually it is a pretty big staple. Grilled food is amazing at a stadium as well. You typically talk about fried food, but oh my, looks amazing. Big fan of chicken. Oh wait, it's not just chicken skewers. It's Sevapis lamb gyros meat, pita, tzatziki, chips, and salad. Oh my, that sounds delicious. It looks delicious. Oh my, I also am a pretty big fan of pita bread. I think it tastes good. I love bread in general. I just like eating bread sometimes. I feel like that's relatable to a degree, but oh my, this looks amazing. 70%. Oh my, rainbow cheesecake slice, you look good, but oh my. Anyways, we'll continue. Sausage with bread. I have to be honest, the bread slice like this does not look that appetizing. I'd probably eat it, but I feel like it could be toasted or something. There's a little bit of mustard. The sausage looks amazing though. That's the creme de la crop. That's the item on here. And oh my, I like how it's sliced to grill better. Unfortunately, on the right, we have the Dirty Canary. Garlic chicken, bacon scraps, cheddar, fondue, barbecue, aioli, and crispy onions. And it looks like there's fries there too. That looks amazing. I had to click it. Sausage wasn't bad, but the chicken was just so good. 8 out of 10, slightly below average, but that's fine. That is fine. Right, I believe we said we'd talk about Thursday. And maybe I should have written this down. Maybe I'll make this into a video as well. But, alright, let's go with the quick overview. Anime NYC was a 4-day convention held in New York City for anime. And other comics, nerd culture, whatever you want to say. And I had the privilege of going there, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 days. All 4 days. And it was wonderful. On Thursday, to me, was an acclimation day. It had full con hours. I believe it was actually like, I forget if it was full as in 10 to 10, or if it was like 1 to 10, a little bit less, but it went pretty late. There was no scheduled programming. There was no panels. I think panels are a pretty big draw for a con, especially if you're going to spend 4 days there. However, with Anime NYC, their artist alley is incredibly large. And that's what I did that day. I went in a bit late because there was no rush to be first. There was no rush to be there. Though I did see that one person on Reddit who went to Anime NYC all 4 days at like 5 in the morning. Hats off to you. That's impressive. I could not do that. But anyways, I show up probably around 4, maybe a bit earlier than that. And I spend my time walking around. And I walk around. And I say there's no panels. Technically, that's not true. There were some ticketed events on the main stage, though I might circle back to that later. I spend my day walking around, scouting out everything, and taking freebies. I didn't, I didn't buy anything that day. It was more of a scouting day to see. And also, I didn't want to buy stuff, because I feel like once you buy one thing, you are incredibly more inclined to buy another, and another, and another, and another. And I know I'm going to spend money there already. So if I could just hold off for a little bit and save my wallet some hassle, it would behoove me. And it did behoove me. It really did. Getting to walk around that one day, on day 1, without really any time pressure for anything, was really nice. It wasn't too crowded because it was Thursday. I got to see so many booths. I didn't even see all the booths, but I got to see so many booths. And all the amazing arts, and all the amazing IPs and the companies as well. Shout out to Viz. I believe, did they have the best giveaway? I don't know. Was it Crunchyroll? I don't know. With Viz, I got a lanyard, a manga with first chapters, a few of their works that they publish. I believe one was Ichi the Witch. I forget exactly. I think I have it somewhere. I need to take a picture of my haul as well. And the other thing that stood out to me in terms of the Artist Alley, outside of the amazing artists, and there were so many amazing artists, I can't even list them all. But another thing that stood out was, I forget if it was Crunchyroll. I believe it was Crunchyroll. They had their booth pretty front and center, and they had two paths for it. One for freebies, which some days they just gave little posters. I believe on Thursday they gave a Mushoku Tensei poster, as well as something else. I forget exactly. Was it a fan? Was it another? I don't know. On Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I think they gave out pins for Black Clover, as well as, I think, another poster or flyer or something. The freebies were nice. Freebies were appreciated. However, the other thing they did was, in the back, they had a memory game based off Demons of the Shadow Realm, or Daemons of the Shadow Realm, which is a work by the same creator as Fullmetal Alchemist, which is currently airing. I'm watching it. I'm having a blast watching it. It's really good. They included a clip from Fullmetal Alchemist in the show. Like, they were watching TV and Fullmetal Alchemist was playing, and that was jarring to see. But I digress. That show's going on now. It's pretty good. I really do. I enjoy it. I enjoy it pretty well. But they had a game, a memory game, and I played it. It's just basically memory. You flip over two cards, and if the color matches, you clean them off the table. And your goal is to match all the pairs, and you can only flip over two cards at a time. So I played it, I had fun, and at the end of it, they also gave you a free card. I put all my cards away, I believe, so I don't have it next to me, but it was of the Angler Daemon, or Demon. I forget exactly what it is. Not the Fisherman, that's a JoJo stand. I believe that's a JoJo stand, actually. But no, it was the Angler Demon, Demon, that the glasses-wearing, suit-wearing, Yakuza-ish guy has. Jin, I believe his name is. That did not describe him as well, but I got that card, and apparently you could come back and play whenever, just hop back online, play again, and keep it going. And it was Thursday, there was no one else online, so I could have just cycled through it, but I wanted to see everything else the con had. So for Thursday only, I just went once. I did go again on Sunday, and I got everything else. I actually got a film too. They were so nice. I have to say, they were so incredibly nice there at the Crunchyroll booth, because I was very overwhelmed, especially on Thursday, and they were so patient and kind. And they were also on Sunday when I went. Granted, it was a bit more of a lull, so they were allowed to be more relaxed and caring, but they actually filmed me playing the game. I wanted to film myself with one hand and play the other, but the guy next to me, I believe they had 4 people for the memory game. 4 people, I believe they had, doing it at once. But considering the line wasn't really long on Sunday, they actually filmed me because there was no one else waiting. And I really do appreciate that. Shout out again to the workers at the Crunchyroll booth. It was incredible. Incredible experience. Oh my. But yes, I walked around mainly on Thursday, exploring pretty much everywhere that the con is. And then I also saw the other rooms. For the game room, though I didn't really play a lot of games, the Artist Alley, the main stage, blah blah blah. I saw it all. I saw also where the panels will be held. And the panels are weird because they're kind of off to the side in a way. So you have to navigate your way to them. People said that the panels were a bit lacking this year, and maybe they were, but I had fun with them. Even though Thursday, again, there were no panels. There were no panels. But to end off, at around 7 o'clock, I believe, I try to find the main stage. And I mentioned that the panels are off to the side. The main stage is pretty front and center. However, the entrance to the main stage, and I think this was bad on Anime NYC's part, was not there. And there was no signage for where the main stage was. What I had to do was essentially, sumimasen, ask every worker who was there, how do I get to the main stage? Because I actually did buy a ticket for one of the shows on Saturday, reserved by whatever. Well, it was by for this one. I bought a ticket to the Club Iron Mouse concert. Oh my. And what a concert it was. But it was such a hard time navigating to the main stage. And again, the staff were really friendly, especially when I finally found the line to the main stage. Actually, this was at 6, not even at 7. And I see the line's pretty packed. So I go over and I start talking to a guy, and he says, yeah, you go down there and get your lanyard. And I was like, okay. Or so you go down there and talk to someone. It's like, okay, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Really nice guy. Again, I have to say, really, really blessed with the staff there. They were incredibly kind, incredibly knowledgeable, and they made the event good. So I go down, all the way down to the other guy by a table, and I say, hey, is this where I join the line for the main stage events? And then he asks if I'm there for Netflix or Club Iron Mouse. I say Club Iron Mouse, and he says that this is currently the line for Netflix, but he does scan my QR code on my phone for the ticket, and he gives me a wristband, like a paper wristband, which was not in the email. It was not in the email, and there was no signage posted that I need a wristband. But anyways, I get this wristband, and he says to maybe come back in like an hour. So I keep walking around, and I go to the Viz booth, and I notice there's a line to get a picture with a Bleach character. And I haven't watched Bleach, but I like Ichigo. I think he's really cool. So I hop online. It's a pretty slow line. I have to be honest, it was a pretty slow line. I think in the future days they actually capped it. Not just capped it, but like ended off the line. Line stays here. But it took probably 30 minutes to get through the line, and it wasn't a very long line. And again, no fault to the staff. The staff, again, super nice. It's just they have one photo booth. One photo booth, and it probably takes like a minute for each person to take a picture. And I'm also part of the problem because I'm on the line. But anyways, after about 30 minutes, maybe a bit more, again, super, super great staff, I have to say. My hat's off to the staff. They were nicer, more kinder, more knowledgeable, more caring than I expected. And it was really appreciated. So I get my photo with Ichigo from Bleach. You can choose a variety of Bleach characters. I went for the sleeveless Ichigo. I got my lanyard, got a photograph. I think I got one mailed to me as well. And I also got a manga book, as I mentioned. It had Ichi the Witch, I believe, in it. Or the first part of the first chapter. And then I go back down to what would be the entrance of the main stage to get online, because this is when the guy who gave me a wristband said to come. So I hop on the line. It's a regular ticket, not a VIP, so I get on the line. And I'm pretty far ahead. And then we wait some more, and I notice, as I turn around, there is a giant line, not behind me, necessarily. Well, technically behind me, but not behind me in the sense that they're on the line. No, they're on the line for wristbands. And this is something I do have a little bit of criticism for. Again, nowhere in Anime NYC did it say for wristbands to be there for this event, and nowhere did it say where to get your wristbands. You would have had to ask the staff, and I didn't even ask the staff for the intention of getting a wristband. I asked my staff for the intention of getting to the event early. Or to line up to the event early. Because I had no idea what's going on. I got really lucky, is what I'm trying to say, to be able to get my wristband. Because I just accidentally asked all the right questions. But there's this massive line going out for people getting wristbands for Club Iron Mouse. People who bought tickets already, but, need to have them scanned to actually get a wristband to show that they can enter. So that was probably the biggest complaint I had, not towards me, but towards, not from me personally, because it didn't affect me personally, but towards the venue itself. But eventually we all get in, the VIPs go in first, and then everyone else later, and I actually get a seat pretty close to the venue. I get a seat pretty close. And I'm actually, if you have the VOD, I am right behind the guy with a worm. If you don't have the VOD, you don't know what that means. But basically, during some of the songs, there was this guy with, I believe, an Iron Mouse worm plush who just kept tossing it in the air, and he was really cool. I thought he was really cool. Oh my, I wish I told him that he was really cool. But, guy, if you're watching this, you were really cool. Oh my. But anyways, it was a great concert, a lot of fun, and I will talk more about it, but we should probably circle back to the connections. Oh my, haha, I had this queued up. Right. Let's do some puzzles. We'll talk about the concert, probably do another puzzle after that, and then we'll talk about Friday, and then end off with the puzzle. That sounds like a plan. Right, so without further ado, let us begin. We have Superficial, Hyperspace, Harlem Shake. That's a song. I think Running Man's a song. I feel like these are songs. Or one of them's a song. Lickety Split. That means quickly. Running Man, Traffic Cone. That can mean a lot of things. It can mean literal traffic cone. It can mean maybe like the hats for the safety dance. I believe they had like traffic cone hats. Or it could mean like if you're playing a sport and a defender is slow-footed or really bad, they are a traffic cone on defense. You can just easily go around them. Time Warp, Long Walk, One-Dimensional. That means flat and boring. Parallel Universe. I see. That could be a sci-fi sort of thing. Green Mile. I believe that's a movie. Inside Scoop. That's a saying that means you have the deets about something. Cosmetic. Shawshank Redemption. I believe that's a movie that I have not watched. Probably much to the chagrin of my parents. And to film buffs. And to anyone who's ever watched it. I've heard it's good. I just haven't watched it. Teleportation. And Skin Deep. Ooh, Isekai. Maybe. Teleportation, Time Warp, Parallel Universe. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. Harlem Shake, Running Man. Long Walk could be a dance. Let's try movies. Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption. One-Dimensional. Any other movies? I think that might be a stretch, actually. So let's try something else. Maybe Green or Mile. Has some unit. Mile, Cosmetic, Shawshank Redemption, Teleportation, Skin Deep, Inside Scoop, Long Walk, Time Warp. No. Maybe Color Green. No. Maybe it's a piece of pop culture that I'm too unaware of, too living under a rock to understand. Traffic cones are orange and they're cone-shaped. Maybe it could be something like that. Or cone is a three-dimensional object. Hyperspace, Harlem Shake. Traffic cone, Harlem Shake, like an ice cream shake. Ice cream related? No. Scoop? There's no way this is ice cream related. Scoop, shake, cone, anything else, and split. Like a banana split. Is it really ice cream related? It is. That's the purple. Ending in ice cream orders. That's cute. That's really cute. I have to say. That is cute. Harlem Shake, Inside Scoop, Lickety Split, Traffic Cone. Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption. Maybe it is Long Walk and Running Man. Maybe these are all movies. They are. Stephen King film adaptations with The Green Mile, The Long Walk, The Running Man, The Shawshank Redemption. Oh my. Oh my. When we got the purple, I had a feeling that there wouldn't be a herring of that order of movies. So we went with it, and it's lovely. Right, one-dimensional, parallel universe, time warp, superficial, teleportation, hyperspace, teleportation, time warp, parallel universe. This seems like sci-fi stuff. Sci-fi phenomena. And then skin deep, superficial, one-dimensional, cosmetic, like fake, I would say. Or boring, plain, surface level. Wow, perfect. That is crazy. Is blue the hardest or is green the hardest? I forget. I don't care about statistics. I just want to see what's the hardest. How to play. Okay, green's the second hardest. Wait, green's the second hardest or second easiest? Oh, it goes yellow's easiest, then green, then blue, then purple. So we did a perfect connection. Because we started with purple, then blue, then green, then yellow. We started hardest and went to easiest. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my. Connections has never gone that well with us. I've never done a connections quite like that, where it starts with the traditionally harder categories and goes in order. I think that's what they call a perfect connection. Right. Next, let's talk about, I guess, Club Iron Mouse. The concert, I believe you can still see if you want to. So that's the shill. That is the shill. But right, how does it go? So I get there, I get in pretty seamlessly. I already got my wristband. Again, shout out to all the people who were on the line for the wristbands. I feel really bad for you. There really should have been better signage for that and for pretty much every main stage event. Because frankly, myself and other people did not know where the main stage were. I remember when I was first looking for the entrance to the main stage, I kind of peeped in on other people asking for the main stage. I think they were going to the Netflix event. I peeped into that because I was going to ask the guy the same question. And then he said down the hall and turn, so I did that. I got lost. I walked back, and then I see an area that's basically lined. I was like, huh, this could be it. And it was it. But outside of that hiccup done by Anime NYC, by the organizers, I get in pretty seamlessly. A bit of a long wait, but that's because I kind of got there very early with the intention of getting a good seat and waiting long. So I'm not complaining about that. Actually, what I will complain about, my phone service was terrible. On that line, in a lot of those rooms, the rooms underground, it had no service. So I couldn't play chess or anything while I waited, which was sad for me. But anyways, after the wait, the anticipation, we all walk in, and we sit down, and we see the countdown timer going up. And then this cool guy, comes out, and I guess he's not really the MC, but he's one of the tech guys supporting the concert. I don't know what the word for is. He's the host for the few seconds just until everything starts up. Basically, he informs us that we are allowed to take videos, but to keep it short, because we would all be getting a free VOD to watch of the concert, which got the crowd pretty hyped. So I think that's also a pretty good way to make sure people aren't distracting with their phones by giving them basically a free VOD to watch, so they don't have to record their favorite moments. They can rewatch them themselves. But anyways, the crowd was hyped. And then we start up with, I believe, Hime Hajime. I don't even remember. She's saying some, was it punk song? I don't know. I'm not good with music. I'm not good with names even. But the concert was absolutely amazing. I had a really, really great blast. I don't really know what else there is to say. Iron Mouse is an incredibly talented person. She has put a tremendous amount of effort into her concert. The people she works with, collabs with, not just her tech crew, but also the other VTubers she had to do songs with. Oh my, it was amazing. I don't even remember what my favorite part was. I don't even know. Honestly, it's a bit of a whirl. I might have to rewatch the VOD. I'm going to rewatch the VOD, but I might have to make an excuse for it. Oh my. Yes. But it was an incredible show. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. You should you should go online, find the VOD, and watch it if you have the means to do so. If you have the means to buy it, you should do that. Oh my, I need to rewatch it before having better thoughts on it. But anyways, we get let out of that event eventually. Again, shout out to the worm guy in front of me. You were really cool. Shout out to everyone there. The crowd was really hype, and I love it when the crowd is hype, because when the crowd's hype, it makes being there even better. That was technically my second concert ever. First being Hololive All For One, which caused me to have heart palpitations. We don't talk about that right now. Second concert ever, and it lived up to the experience I wanted, and lived up to the experience I had. Oh my. So we get let out of the venue, and it's pouring rain. Oh my, the rain was such a downside. Granted, it was supposed to pour the entire weekend, and really, the only time I saw it rain was on Thursday. It did rain on Friday as well, I believe, or it did rain on other days, but I was inside, so I didn't notice. So, not complaining about the weather, surprisingly. Just the pouring rain on Saturday, right as everyone was let out at the event. I just kind of hid by Hudson Yards for a bit before going home. And not inside Hudson Yards. Hudson Yards was closed. Hudson Yards is basically a mall, right by the Javits Center. So I just hid by their overhang they had until the rain died down a bit, and then I went home. Oh my. Right, I think that's a good place to pause it. We can go on to the Minute Cryptic after I drink some water. Right, and the Minute Cryptic is a cryptic crossword clue, which is similar to a regular crossword clue, except instead of the whole phrase being a definition, only part of it is, typically at the beginning, like maybe stylish, or at the end, maybe French friend. And the rest of the clue is a recipe to help you find the right word. Some words are indicators and others are fodder. Fodder are where you get your letters from. Maybe you anagram, maybe you take the first letter, or maybe you replace it with a different word. Who knows? You knows because of the indicators. They tell you what to do with the fodder. They are the instructions. Right. Without further ado, let us begin. Stylish family saying au revoir to French friend. Saying au revoir. Au revoir. The reason why I'm saying au revoir instead of au revoir, like saying it in a more American way, is because of saying. Saying is typically a indicator that means you should say something aloud. Au revoir. Alright, so au revoir, saying au revoir. Saying au to French. Friend. Stylish family saying au to French friend. Okay, so let me get this right. So I think the definition is stylish. Family saying goodbye to French friend. Oh, wait. Okay, why am I saying wait? I don't know how to read this. Do we say au revoir? Like, do we say R and put that in? Like, family saying R to French friend. I don't know what the French word for friend is, so maybe not. But let's do this quickly. Or is it a family saying goodbye? Or is it family saying au revoir, saying goodbye to French friend? So, what is a French friend? I think maybe it's family, but we get rid of a French friend. Stylish. Stylish family. Oh! French friend, it is that. Okay. So let me redo what I thought. Let me verbalize it. Alright, stylish is the definition. And we take, or definition. So we take the word family, this is a fodder. And then we say au revoir, or say goodbye, to a French friend. And what does that mean? It means from family, we say goodbye, say au revoir. We remove, let me delete that. We remove a French friend. And who is a French friend? What is a French name? Amy. A-M-I. So we get rid of I. We get rid of A and M. And we are left with fly. Stylish means to be fly. That is our answer. There we go. We get the cool sunglasses emoji. Oh my. That was cute. That was a good one. I think I didn't verbalize it properly, and I apologize for that, but that was a really good connections, in my opinion. Right. Should I do another puzzle, or should I yap more? Decisions. Let's do the Pokedoku. We'll do the Pokedoku. We'll yap about Friday, and then we will, how do I say this? Do the Pokedol. And then maybe some final thoughts. I might make it into a video because I kind of cut out a lot of stuff. I've only gotten through 1 to 4 days. Granted, it was one of the more eventful days. Right, let's hop on into the Pokedoku. We have to find 9 unique Pokemon that fit the row and column that they're in. For instance, we need a mythical fighting that is Keldo. The unicorn Kirin thing. Keldo ordinary. Water and fighting. I hope it's mythical. I'm not too well versed in mythicals. I feel like it's mythical. It is mythical. Right. Fighting and middle evolution. Unfortunately, the first thing that came to mind was Lucario, which doesn't have middle evolution. Second thing that came to mind was Medicham, which doesn't have a middle evolution. Machoke. That is a middle evolution. It's probably going to be one of the more common ones, but it doesn't matter. We don't really care much about score. We care about getting it right. And Machoke is just that. If it will load. Oh my. There we go. Really, 33.8%. That's a lot. Are there not a lot of middle evolution fighting types? That's weird. Anyways, fighting and Mega Evolve, Blaziken Mega. Of course, we could do Mega Lucario X, Y, Z, Mega Mew X, but Blaziken Mega, why not? Let's be a little bit daring. Let's be a bit daring. If it will load. Okay, good. Right, Mythical and Kalos. I didn't even know Kalos had mythical Pokemon. Obviously, the box legendaries are Yveltal. Zygarde isn't a box legendary, but it's there. And oh, what's his name? Xerneas. Silvally, I don't even know if that's in this gen. I'm not sure. I played X and Y. I don't remember the mythicals. Could Zygarde 10% be a mythical? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Typically, there's a trio, a legendary trio, that are mythicals. The last time, I forget if we learned Uxie was a mythical or was a legendary. Anyways, we'll skip this and go Florges for middle evolution. I believe it's Florges. No, Florges is the fully evolved. Floette. I believe it's Floette. Oh, no, it's the evolution of Floette, isn't it? No, Floette's correct. The first start one is the one on a flower. Then Floette holds the flower. There we go. And lastly, Kalos Mega Evolved. So Mega Evolved Pokemon from Kalos itself. That's actually hard. Because a lot of the Mega Evolutions are from other gens, like Charizard, Molly. I'm trying to think of Kalos' original Pokemon. But like Delphox does have a Mega, actually, now that I think about it. Doesn't it? Yep, Delphox Mega. Wow, that is weird. I like Mega Evolutions. I really do. But I feel like they're becoming saturated. It feels like every Pokemon is getting a Mega Evolution, which is strange. I don't know, maybe that's a me thing, but we'll continue. Dark and Mythical. Ooh. Oh, Darkrai. I was thinking that Dark and Mythical don't go together because apparently in Japan, Dark type is called the Evil type. Like, I believe pronounced evil. Because I remember hearing that in Pokemon Horizons when I watched Pokemon Horizons. But I do believe Darkrai is mythical. I hope Darkrai is mythical. Darkrai is mythical. I see him popping up there. But I was thinking mythicals are typically more hopeful, like Manaphy, who I think is a mythical. I hope is a mythical. But dark types are typically more fantastical. So for them to be evil, that feels like a bit of an oxymoron. A dark mythical. Oh my, but we'll continue. Middle evolution, dark type. Let's see. Houndoom only has... I forget exactly what the name is. Houndour? But that's only 2-stage. We need a middle stage evolution of a dark type. Which is actually difficult because a lot of them are 2 stages, like Zoroark. Are there a lot of 3-stage dark types? I don't know. Liepard is also only 2-stage. Absol is 1-stage. Huh. That is... Frogadier isn't a dark type, even though Greninja is. Weird. I'll circle back to this. Instead go Mega Evolved Dark. Greninja doesn't have Mega Evolution. Marley does, but I believe Marley is Steel and Fairy, actually. Or Marley is Steel and something. I forget if it's Dark or Fairy. Or something else entirely. But no, actually Darkrai Mega. I hate to cheat, but we did see Darkrai Mega before. I didn't even know Darkrai had a Mega. But we are going to choose you. And we're going to assume that you are Dark type. How does Darkrai even have a Mega? It's a Sinnoh Pokemon, so I believe it's Sinnoh. And it's pretty exclusive to that region only. I don't know how you'd get a Mega Stone for Darkrai, let alone a Darkrai itself. It does look pretty cool, but that might be pushing it to the boundaries too much. Oh well, who am I to complain? Let's just try to see a Mythical Kalos Pokemon. Who I cannot think of. You can get Latios and Latias in Kalos, I believe. Actually, can you? You can get them in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but can you get them in Kalos? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my. Middle evolution dark type. We might have to give up. Meowscarada. No, Meowscarada. Meowscarade. Let's try Meowscarade, and if not, we'll give up. Not... Is Meowscarade the name of it? I forget. No, it's not. Dang it, I was thinking the second evolution of Litten. Whose name I forget. The second... Sprigatito. Sprigatito? Sprigatito is... Not Lit. Why did I say Litten? Sprigatito. Or Nyahoya, as is in Japan. Because of course it is. Oh my. Yeah, I'm gonna give up. I can't think of a triple dark type. Oh my. We'll run. I'm missing Kalos Mythical. We're missing dark type. Is it Zygarde? I should have guessed Zygarde. Oh, I remember now. Most common. Morgrem. Darkrai and Darkrai Mega. Wow, that's crazy. What other dark type mythicals are there? Zarraid, I didn't know, and Hoopa, who is also a Kalos Pokemon. Or Hoopa Unbound. Deontay, oh, Deontay's mythical. I forgot about that. Deontay, Hoopa, and Volcanion. Not a traditional trio, but something nonetheless. Greninja does have Mega Evolution. What? Since when? Greninja, Delphox, and Chestnut all do. Deontay, I forgot about Deontay. Pyroar. Floette, Drag Algae, Malmar, Zygarde, Meowstic, oh, I forgot about Barbacomega. I think Barbacomega is so cool. Yeah, and least common. Let's see what we got. Pignite, Caldo Ordinary, Hoopa, Nuzleaf, Braixen, Callus Middle Evolution. Really? Braixen? Of all things. Braixen was the least common. I guess Floettes. But really? Fletchender? Oh wow, that's not a lot of middle evolutions. There's only 10. That is great. Well, there's more than... There's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. I thought there'd be more than... Oh my. But yeah. This is Dark and Mega Evolved. Scrafty, Mega... Oh wow, there's a lot. Tyranitar, Sableye, Sharpedo. Wow, there's a lot I should have gotten. More than just Darkrai. Oh well, that's going to do it for that. I'll set up the Pokédoll. And now we'll talk about Friday. And Friday, I forget when I got there. I believe it was probably closer to noon? Maybe 1? I wasn't in a rush, even though there was stuff going on. Mainly because my train was delayed tremendously. By tremendously, I mean... I believe... Was it Friday that it was delayed, or was it... No, it was Friday that it was delayed. I got on the train, and apparently another train got shut down for the day, so it was a single track, and basically me and a bunch of people pushed up together. We're all waiting in the train for like probably 15-20 minutes, maybe 30. Not fun. I also did get there late, but yeah, I think I got in around 12. And Friday, I did go to a couple panels. I forget which ones exactly off the top of my mind. I should have them on my photos. Actually, let me pull my photos correctly. Photos? I believe I went to 3 or 2. I forget. It was a lot. Let me scroll up some more. Was it this, that, or those? Oh yes, I did. Alright. No, that was Saturday. I have 3 that I took pictures of. I don't know which ones I went to. I believe I went to one more than this that I didn't have written down. Or was that a Saturday thing? Or was it a Sunday thing? No, it was a Friday thing. Okay. I went to I'm sorry for losing my train of thoughts. I went to the anime debate panel. That was fun. I wish I participated. I thought there'd be multiple rounds from the audience, but no, they only picked 6 people from the audience at the beginning. But that was fun, where they debated who was the better female protagonist between Frieren and Mao Mao from Frieren and Apothecary Diaries, respectively. And I forget who, I believe Frieren won. And those winners stayed on to debate the panel's own debaters. And they debated who was the better anti-hero between Sasuke and Lelouch. And I believe Lelouch won. And then the final round was... I forget the debate. I'm missing one debate. I forget the Lelouch... not Sasuke. Ichita. Or whatever. Uchita. For who's the better anti-hero. The last one... I do forget the last one. Oh my. But yeah, it was a fun event. Very loud. Very, very loud, but in a good way. Got the crowd hyped. For a morning thing, it was pretty good. Then we had the big event. Probably my favorite event there was the ReZero 10th anniversary concert. Which just was wonderful. It was just wonderful. I got online pretty early, and I noticed the line was packing up, really, too. I got there early, but There were people who were reserved seats, and oh my, there was a lot of people there. Luckily, considering I was just a solo person, I was able to find a seat really close, actually. Like, I don't think I was even 10 rows back. And we saw the panel for the voice actor for Natsuki Subaru and the singer for the openings. I forget their names, I have to apologize. But it was just a bunch of Q&A of how you're liking New York, and just about the show. And then we got to see some PVs and how to react to them. And then, of course, two things that really stood out were, first, live dubbing. Natsuki Subaru's voice actor did a live dubbing with the scenes showing in the background. And oh my, he killed it. He absolutely killed it. One take, and he sounded like he was Natsuki Subaru. He was Natsuki Subaru. We could see, feel the pain, hear the pain, heal the conviction, hear everything. I can't believe he did it in one take. Oh my. I want to voice act in something, and I still do. But no matter how hard I try, no matter how much effort I put in, at that moment I felt that if I were to devote everything I have to voice acting, I would be chasing him. That's how I felt. That's how good I felt he was. He was peak. It was, imagine if you like basketball, you're not, and for the first time in your life, you see LeBron James in 2009 doing what 2009 LeBron James does: fly, dunk, do everything. It's like witnessing a god almost sent down to you and just be perfect. He was that good. He was amazing. The live dubbing was amazing. He's probably one of my favorite voice actors. So it pains me to not know his name off the top of my head, but oh my. He absolutely killed it. He was amazing. The awe and the wows. He got a standing ovation for that. Oh my, it was wonderful. And then we had our concert with a bunch of the openings from ReZero, as well as Ram's theme, which I was surprised to see, because it's been a while since I've heard that. Season 2, well, ReZero has great sound direction, but Season 2 is something we don't really hear the songs for often, because, well, first of all, the opening, or one of the openings for Season 2, Long Shot, only played once, if I recall, in any of the episodes. For 12 episodes, the opening played once or something crazy like that. The opening song, and everything else is simply a background song to help the theme and the mood. You don't necessarily actively listen to it. Oh my. It really was wonderful. It was a wonderful event. That was probably my favorite panel in the concert in general. I just had to say, wow. I believe I did. Did I do one more? ReZero concert. I believe after that, what time was that at? That was from 2:30 to 3 Eastern Time. Or 3:45, I should say. Did I buy stuff first or after? I forget. Oh well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, where did I hold my stuff? Now that I think about it. Oh no, I had a bag from somewhere. I forget where. How did I hold myself? I don't know. But anyways, after that, I went shopping. I used my experience from being there on Thursday and seeing all the booths and seeing all the amazing artists, and did most of my shopping. I literally bought everything I bought on Friday, except for one thing, one poster that I found on Saturday. But I bought everything. I bought a lot of posters, a lot of stickers too. There was this one booth selling a bunch of jokey stickers with like Umasume and VTubers, so I got a few of those. Oh my. I got this cute little keychain of Maid Oral Crony from Hololive English saying never kill yourself, and also why you like this. It's a really cute keychain. Oh my. I also, that person had a grip strength test at their booth. And they said you would get a free sticker if you had a grip stronger than 50 kilos, stronger than Kanata. And I tried that, and I had a grip of 40 kilos, which made me feel weak. That made me feel very weak. Oh my. But that was my first time doing a grip strength thing. I didn't even want a free, I did want a free sticker. I'm not gonna lie. I did want a free sticker. But more than that, I wanted to test my grip strength. Because at the end of the day, I have money. I can buy a sticker from them. Or from somewhere else. But what I can't do is test my grip strength, because I don't have a grip strength tester. But now that I know it's like 40 kilos or like 90 pounds, I want to increase that. I want to grip things more forcefully, I suppose. That's a weird way to phrase it. I forget if I did another panel. I don't see anything in my notes. I think I tried to go to the Weeb Mingle just to see around, but that was... I don't know if weird is the right word. I feel like it was too much for me. It was too social for me. So I kind of bled into the shadows. And I walked. I left the venue after some more shopping and walked. Why did I walk? I was walking to Broadway and 74th Street, which is 2.5 miles away, roughly. Why did I walk? Because I was not smart enough to take a subway. But where was I walking? To the Beacon Theater for the Skyline Serenade concert, which I will continue to discuss right after the Pokédoll. And to guess today's Pokemon, it's obviously going to be Pikachu. Why did I spell it with a C? I don't know. But it's definitely Pikachu. It's not Pikachu. But it's monotype. It's yellow and something else. It's at least a second stage evolution. Ponyta or Rapidash? Is it Rapidash? It's Rapidash? No way. Yes way. 2 guesses. I just wanted to think of a monotype Pokemon that wasn't yellow. Or that was partially yellow, I should say. And I saw Ponyta in the background. I was like, huh, Rapidash fits that. Oh my, we were right. Rapidash it is. Now we can go to cards. Let's see if we can guess this first try. Ooh, we cannot. It looks a bit like a Pinsir. It looks like this could be the horns of the Pinsir. This is the body, and for some reason it's on an angle. But I feel like these are little stubby toes. I'm going to guess Pinsir. Anyway, just go with our first guess. Oh, it is! Well, that's surprising. Huh, I thought this claw was a foot. That's cute. Oh, well, hold on. Why does Guillotine only do 50 damage? For those of you who don't know, Guillotine in Pokemon is a move that one-shots any Pokemon that it hits. The downside to it is that it has 30 accuracy. So 1 in 3 times it will miss. Or even worse than that, it's less than 1 in 3 times. It hits 2 in 3 times it will miss, pretty much. More than that, really. 70% of the time it misses. That's not good odds. But it only does 50 damage. Wow. I don't know the trading card game well enough, how it works. But we'll talk about that later. For now, which Pokemon has this description? Its well-developed chest muscles make it strong enough to whip up a gusty windstorm in just a few flaps. Alright, I got an emotional roller coaster. I said well-developed chest, and I'm thinking probably Jinx or something. And this is muscles, which makes me think of a champ. And then strong enough to whip up a gusty windstorm, which makes me think like furrow or something. Furrow? Pidgeotto? Or Pidgeot. I forget which is the final stage. I believe it's Pidgeotto. Pidgeot? There we go. Pidgeot is the final stage, I guess. I always get confused because they're basically the same thing. They look identical. They have very similar names. I believe from Adif's... this is Doug Trio. From Adif's series of... How do I say this? daily type of Pokemon, Pidgeotto, I forget which one he had, but he said that they were basically the same thing. They were essentially the same Pokemon. They had the same name at the same point. I believe they were both named Pidgeotto, which is crazy to think about. But oh my, that's it for the puzzles, I suppose. I guess we'll talk about the Beacon Theater and Skyline Serenade before calling it a stream. That's what sounds good to me. Also, I'm going to take a sip of water. So Skyline Serenade, for those of you who don't know, was a concert with VTubers Nimmy Nightmare, Min Phantom, Phoebe, and popular, I guess, I don't even know exactly what to call her. She's not necessarily VTuber. I don't think she has a VTuber model. Well, she does, but I don't think she uses a VTuber model. She's more of a, I guess influencer would be a better word, but, you know, she's basically just VTubing without VTubing, if that makes sense. Keiki Hime. I don't know why I say Keiki Hime. Who is an Austrian cosplayer, singer, dancer, talented person. Very talented person, I might add. We'll get into that a bit more. But I show up to the Beacon Theater around 7, because it takes a long time to walk, and I kind of was shopping a little too late. Show up around 7, and I see there's lines like, dang, is this the normal people line or the SVIP line? And I see some people waiting in the intersection on some benches, because there's benches in the intersection, because it's New York City, Broadway. There has to be benches there. Oh my. But I start a conversation with them. I'm like, yeah, this is the line for the VIP. No, not the VIPs. For the normal people, VIPs, blah, 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 whatever. It's like, oh, I can hop on it then. And then I learn, go online, and then I learned that there's 2 lines actually, which is weird. One for VIPs, not SVIPs. SVIPs should already be in, but if they're not in, they should join the VIP line. I bought VIP tickets, so I went on the VIP line. And then there was also, not SVIP, just normal VIP. And there's also the normal line. A little confusing, but there were people there towards some part to organize it better. And also, the fans also organized it pretty well. But I mean, I asked everyone probably about 5 times which line was which, where to go, blah, blah, blah. And everyone online was super nice and caring, and I appreciate that. But the line moves slowly, and eventually I get in. And, you know, there are downsides to everything. I have to say, you know, love the concert, love everything, blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe not everything. I get in, and it is mobbed. Beacon Theater, this entryway is essentially just one long hallway. And there are people everywhere. And why are there people everywhere? 2 big reasons. First, no one knows where to go. No one knows where to go. No one knows how to get to their seat properly. I personally had to ask a guy eventually, but that was only one of the reasons. Not the most reason, because balcony people go up, orchestra people just go into the doors. But mob people also slow that down. Second reason, the merch line. The merch line was long. It ran from the front of the building all the way to the back, pretty much. And that was to buy merch there. Which I did buy some merch. I bought a pen light, my first pen light. It's very cool. It's right next to me. Oh my, I love it. But I bought some merch. I hopped on that line. But the third reason, and I'll call this third and fourth, the VIP merch and the SVIP merch. There were supposed to be lines downstairs for them as well. We'll circle back to that in a minute. I wait on the merch. I get my merch. It takes a while, but I'm there early, so who cares? I try to enter the line for the pickup merch, the VIP merch, the SVIP merch. And, you know, they're stopping and going, everything. Also, I have to say, to get drinks and stuff, and snacks, lines for that were, like, not there. Those were not causing an issue. It was literally everything else. But mainly the VIP merch, the SVIP merch and regular VIP. It was just packed because of that, mainly. And every 10 seconds, every 10 minutes or so, they're saying they're cutting off the line for SVIP merch, pick it up later, then they resume it, and they cut it off again. And the Beacon Theater staff, how do I say this? They were overwhelmed a little bit. I want to phrase it like that. I think they were good at their jobs. A lot of them were really chill if you were talking to them like a normal person, which I was, thankfully. A lot of them, when they had to do crowd control, it was, well, first of all, they shouldn't have had to do crowd control, but they had to do crowd control because they need people to get into the building. And it is packed. There are probably 400 people or something in this hallway. It is bumper to bumper. Their bodies on you on all sides. It's not a lot of fun. But their crowd control and whatnot was just kind of yelling at the crowd. And with all due respect, the crowd is not going to listen. The crowd is not going to listen, really. But one thing I didn't like that they did, that they kind of had to do, I understand it, I just didn't like it, was they kind of permanently cut off the VIP and SVIP merch lines to pick up your merch with your ticket. They cut those lines off and just said, go inside and pick it up during the show. I paid money for the show. I want to watch the show. I don't want to do stuff like that during the show. I completely understand why. It's so people could actually get in and sit down in their seats and watch the show. But it did bum me out a little bit, I have to say. That was my only issue. The mob and the VIP merch. I did end up picking up mine during the show, and it wasn't crowded at all, so I was luckily able to do that in just quickly, like a minute or two. But if I had one complaint, it was just the crowd control. Not to throw my ideas out there because they might be dumb, but I went to a Creepy Nuts concert once, and I wasn't VIP there, but I did see that VIPs got their merch outside of the hall. Granted, VIPs also had early entry, so I think those two things probably helped with the crowd control. But the crowd control at Beacon Theater was really could have been better. I'm not sure. I don't think that typically falls on Beacon Theater because this was out of the norm, in my opinion. I don't think they give away merch in a court with tickets. I don't think that's something that they normally do. It's something that they definitely weren't accustomed to doing. I don't think it falls on the VTubers. I heard that there were issues with not Serendipity, but Hololive, Taco Tori, Drawn to Dawn. I heard there were issues with that as well. It's slightly different, and slightly different can cause a major headache. But the concert itself, we get down, I have my pen light finally, and the crowd is electric. The crowd is always electric, but the crowd is electric. Third concert ever. Really enjoying the vibes. Not having heart palpitations, that's a good thing. That is objectively a good thing. And oh my, it was really a blast. I do have to wrap this up soon, so I'm just going to make this a little bit quick. Everyone killed it. Everyone was amazing. But I want to give a special shout out to Keiki Hime. Because, oh my. Keiki Hime was the person I was probably least versed with in terms of their content. So they were the biggest wild card to me in terms of personality, in terms of performance. Let's talk about song choices. I think she had the best song choice in Wonderwall. The crowd got so incredibly turned for that. Not to diss any of the other songs, but just Wonderwall is amazing. Everyone loves Wonderwall. Oh my. It got the crowd turned. It was an amazing performance. Her and her dancers, she had dancers too. She had backup dancers. That is crazy. Oh my. She put on a performance. Her emceeing, like in between songs, they would each come out and do a little bit to keep the audience engaged while everything was getting ready. And her emceeing was amazing. She didn't have anything prepared, and she talks about why she didn't have anything prepared. Apparently, her visa issues were a thing, and she only got to come, I forget if it was the day of, the night before, but a lot of headaches surrounding her. Travel. A lot of headaches surrounding that. But she came in, and oh my, she was so incredibly entertaining with it. She just had that it factor. to the ability to control a crowd like that. Oh my. And then her outfits. The first outfit she came out, well, she had 2 outfits. The first outfit was her Nimi cosplay. She has cosplayed Nimi before on socials. Nimi reacted to it before, blah, blah, blah. And the first thing she does is a duet with Nimi. I forget what song they did, but oh my, it was lovely. It was lovely. And she comes out in this Nimi cosplay. And then later, she changes. She goes backstage after that. And like, I believe 15, 30 minutes later, she comes back out and she's wearing this, as she called it, I believe, a cutified Austrian football kit or soccer kit, which is like the soccer jersey, to put it in American terms. And it's really cute. It's a great outfit. And oh my, she really just put on one incredible performance. I really have to shout out Keiki Hime. And again, everyone was amazing. I had expectations, and I was blown away once again by everyone there. Oh my. But the thing I also want to talk about is the integration between 3D and 2D, because Phoebe and Keiki Hime were 3D, they were fleshy, they were there in person, whereas Nimi and Mint were not. They were on the screen. And somehow, someway, they got that to work. Despite the threat of tech issues, despite latency, despite timing, they got that to work. And I'm very surprised by that. I feel like that's something that wouldn't normally be appreciated. The ability for them to basically collab like that with Flesh and VTuber. I thought that was really special. Right, I'm running out of time. Do we have another duel to play? I don't know. You know what, we'll play 82-0. Just one round of that. And then we'll do some closing thoughts, and I'll save Saturday and Sunday for another day. But oh my, I did have a blast. Skyline Serenade. Purchase the streaming ticket and watch the VOD. Right. But now let's play one quick game of 82-0. Because we can. We're going to play Classic. And the goal of this game is to draft a starting 5 from NBA teams from different eras. And see if they can go 82-0. We'll take one player, we'll spin a team, and we'll spin an era. And we'll take a player from that. OKC's 2000s. We could get Ray Allen. And that's not bad. I might respin era. And the reason I can do this is I can get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I can get Kevin Durant. I can get Spencer Haywood. Or I can go 60s and try to respin the team. And get Wilt. I got 90s and send Sean Kemp. Xavier McDaniel, really? Sean Kemp only averaged 16 in this era? I'm surprised by that, because he was someone who, in some statistics, outplayed Jordan in the finals, which is something you don't do. I believe some advanced stats had him over Jordan in the 96 finals as an impact. Obviously, Jordan won, and the Bulls won in 6 games against the Sonics. But oh my. But anyways, let's see. Who else could we pick? We could get Xavier McDaniels, who doesn't have great stats. Really doesn't. I think we got... Wow, that was not a good roll. We could go Vin Baker. I'll go Xavier McDaniel. That was not a good reroll. That was kind of a waste. I should have probably picked Ray Allen. Charlotte 90s. Oh, Alonzo Mourning. We'll put you at the power forward. 21 and 10 with 3 blocks. That's not bad at all. Let's see who our next player is. Chicago 80s Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Welcome to my team. 32 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Probably the best person we can put in the shooting guard position. Right. Let's spin again. Minnesota 2000s, Kevin Garnett. Anything is possible. Big ticket, 22, 12, and 5 with 1 and 1. We're not going to go 82-0 just because we don't have Wilt or enter like that. Atlanta 10s, I believe Trae Young. You know, we'll play 2 rounds of this then. Trae Young, 19-8 isn't bad. This should be like 65, I guess. Oh, 69. Nice. And now that we know how to play, we'll play one more time, and then we'll call it a stream there. Right. Let's see. Charlotte 90s, again, Alonzo Mourning. Safe pick, 20-10. 24-10. Oh, sorry, that's Glenn Rice. 21-10 with 3 blocks. It's hard to beat that. It is hard to beat that. We will respin. Boston 70s Hondo, John Havlicek. That's not bad, but we could do better, but I don't want to risk it. I'm saying a lot without meaning a lot. Ooh, Dave Cowens too. Here's the thing, John Havlicek, 22 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, a steal. That's solid. That's good rebound and assist numbers for someone who can put a shooting guard. Not a lot of points for that, and steals are only okay. Dave Cowens has 19, 15, 4. Which also isn't a lot, but is okay. I think instead of respinning, which every era except for the 90s would probably be better, we're going to take John Havlicek as our 2 guard. The reason we pass on Dave Cowens is because we can get a bit more of a crazy center if we play our cards right. Portland 90s, Brandon Roy, welcome to our team. Oh no, Clyde Drexler. Why do I think Brandon Roy? You were in 2006, Brandon Roy. Clyde Drexler, 22, 6 and 6 with 2 steals. All right, we're kind of position locked, so let's hope we get a good big. Boston 70s. We got 70s again. We can go Bob McAdoo or Dave Cowens. Dave Cowens is better because despite the 2 less points, he has 7 more boards, 2 more assists, another steal. He basically doubles him in everything else. Dave Cowens, you're a big man, unless we want a point guard. No, JoJo White, only 5 assists, not a ton of points. Right, now we need a point guard. Knicks 90s, we just got Ewing, who's not a point guard. Let's try to respin the era first. There's not a ton of great point guards in the 90s statistically. We would have probably... really no one statistically pops out in the 90s in terms of point guards. I'd say the golden era of point guards is probably 2020 with the big guards. So let's try to respin era and hope for Jalen Brunson. 70. Okay, this isn't terrible. Why? Walt Frazier, 21, 6 and 6. Not the most amount of points, but 6 and 6 is pretty good, plus 2 steals. We could try to respin the team, but really the only thing that would behoove us is probably Oscar Robertson on the Bucks. And that's an older Robinson who might not even be that much statistically better. So we'll go with Walt Frazier. And I expect this to be a 70-something win team. I'm sorry, this is worse? Okay, one more time then. One more, and we're just going to speed through it. Because I don't know how that was worse. Portland 90s, Clyde Drexler, welcome to the team. We saw you already, so no need to deliberate. Spin again. I typically like to save my respins towards the end. Minnesota's 10s, no KG here, I believe, so maybe Cat. Karl Anthony Towns, 22-11 with 3 assists and a block and a half, not bad. Could respin, but I don't think it's really worth it. For era or for team. Miami 20s, ooh, Norman Powell. But that's not that good. Jimmy Butler. I think we respin the team because there's a lot of guys who put up crazy numbers like Luka Doncic. But Norman Powell, 22 points, isn't great. Jimmy Butler, 22, 6 and 6 with 2 steals isn't bad, but I feel like we can do better. Let's risk it. San Antonio Spurs, we didn't really, that's not worth it. Oh, Victor Wembanyama we can get, or DeMar DeRozan. Victor's obviously better for this, but he's only averaging 24 and 11 with 4 assists and 3 blocks. That's actually really good. Versus DeMar, who's averaging about 2 less points and a lot less assists, but way more assists. I think we go Victor. Which nerfs us for a god tier center, but hopefully we don't get one. Here, Dallas. We'll We'll try for 2010s or 2020s and get Luka, mainly 2020s. We get 90s, that's not good. That's really not good. That's really, really not good. And we're out of respins, so who's the best? Probably Michael Finley. Marginally, worst points, marginally better everything else. And last spin, hopefully we'll get lucky with like Luka or something. Allen Iverson, not bad. 30-something, like roughly 30 points, right? You have 30 points, 6 assists, 2 steals. It's a solid team. 69 wins again. Alright. Well, that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. Always means a lot to me. I'm probably going to gather my bearings in regards to Anime NYC. I'm also probably going to post a picture of my merch haul. So look out for that, because Twitter is something I don't use often, and I don't know how to, but I'm going to do it. Oh my, I'm going to try, and it'll be fun. But that will be it. Thank you all for watching, and as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya.